Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas here. I want to talk about the people in the attic, how they're getting up there. And I'm trying to make this quick because these TikTok videos need to be short. But basically, I figured out that they were coming in through a wall. They're coming up a modified wall into the attic with the crawl space, hidden trap doors so you can't see them. And so that answers a whole bunch of questions. Now, I'm like I said, I'm trying to make this quick, but basically, after I figured out somebody had been in my attic, first thing I did was block off the two attic entrance doors. And that verified that they're not coming in and out of the doors. Okay. I also had the roof inspected. I had the roof inspector over here twice to make sure that they wasn't coming in from the roof, from like a trap door on the top of the house. Okay. So they're not coming in the roof and they're not coming in the doors, but they're up there. And we know that. And not just hearing them, I saw a guy in my attic, okay? A young Hispanic guy. I know this for a fact. I was shot with burglar alarms going off in my attic, okay? So 100% positive they're in the attic and they're not coming in the doors. And that only means they're coming up a wall. This video, I'm going to show you how to figure out where they're coming in from. And then I'm going to explain to you why I haven't done that. And the simple answer is to that is because of this secret police murder gang. That's all there is to it. It took 6 years to get them identified. They tampered with the evidence, falsified the police report. We now proved police were under my home on the night I was ambushed and shot. I'm sincerely concerned that if I expose the underground homes, the tunnels, whatever, they're going to murder me because we got some extremely dirty cops in Midland, Texas. They ain't got no integrity. If they did, they would admit they were under my house. They would admit there's an underground home back there and they were having parties down there. I'm going to show you some stuff. This is my hallway closet. This is where one of the attic entrance doors is at, and you can see where I put a piece of plywood up there and I've got it bolted shut. You can't come through there, so we know they're not coming in from there. This is my garage. This is the other attic entrance door. Once again, I have it bolted shut up there with the lock on it, and so we know they're not coming in from there. And as I said, I had the roof inspector twice to check the roof for a trap door in case they were coming in from a trap door there. And the roof's been covered in snow. If they were coming in and out the roof, it would have left tracks. So I know they're getting up there. That's 100% fact. They're not coming in the doors. There's not a trap door on the roof. That only means that they're coming up a wall. I mean, that's all there is to it. And remember, these crimes are going on all over the country, okay? A dozen homes in Midland, another dozen in Odessa. This ain't a what if could be. This is going on. Okay, and here is how to find it. I drew a map of every wall in my house. Okay, so we know they're coming up a wall, and you can see I use this map, and basically a normal wall didn't have enough space for a person to crawl through it, so it has to be a wall with crawl space, and there's not going to be that many of them type of walls. Okay, and so I went around my home with a small drill, and I drilled the holes in the walls, and I stuck a wire in there, and I measured the depth. That's how you find the wall. You find the wall, you find the tunnels, but the problem is you find the killers, and the killers are backed up by these dirty cops that were under my home. Davis, Dickey, Chatwell, Angel, Hell. We have proof they were under my home. That's why they withheld the police report for 7 years, because it incriminated them. They were under my home on the night somebody under my home cut my phone lines and shot me in a premeditated, cold-blooded murder attempt. Absolute proof shows I wasn't shot with my gun. And so I'm going to show you how we do this. Here's an example. Look at this wall right here. Okay, it's only 4 5/8 inch wide. A person can't crawl up that wall. So we could eliminate that wall and know that these killers are not coming in from that wall. This is the pantry wall. You can see where I drilled a hole right here all the way through into the living room, measured the depth. Here's the garage right here, and you can see where I drilled a hole here all the way and hit the brick on the outside. There's other ones down there all the way around this garage. Check it. This wall is a real possibility. It's where the fireplace is, and I think the fireplace chimney stack is maybe a common place they rig all these homes. A lot of other homes rigged with it, but you can see with a rock you can't go in there and easily drill through that. I'm going to show you on the outside what it looks like. Okay, here's the chimney from the outside. You can see how wide it is, but the fireplace box ain't that wide, and the chimney stack's only like a 12-inch pipe that goes in the middle. This is a place where there is room for a person to crawl up, and it gets real interesting on the top. See how wide it is at the bottom and how narrow it is at the top, and so that there's space in there where they could come out potentially and then get up into false ceiling or whatever, get into the attic. That's a possibility. So that's simple enough. Find the wall, find the tunnel, right? And then it'll lead us to the underground home in the backyard, to the other tunnels. It would solve multiple murders, crimes. Why don't you do it, buddy? Here's why. Because of the most corrupt police in the history of the state of Texas right here. This right here, these are 11 police. It took 6 years and a $2,000 reward to get them identified. Let that sink in. Unprecedented, never happened before in the history of America. I can't even get one news story in the nation. These is the first known secret police since Nazi Germany. Okay, 7 years later, we find proof showing that 5 of them were inside or at my home, and they was not seen arriving on the cameras that these 2 were seen arriving on, and that's what proved they were under my home. Multiple people saying tunnels and underground homes are here. Just an absurd amount of embarrassing amount of evidence. I got their names right here. They don't have no integrity, no morals whatsoever. If they did, they would admit to their part in this premeditated, cold-blooded, premeditated, capital attempted murder. And I tell you what, it's real obvious that the guy before me was murdered here. No doubt about it. He was reporting people in his house. Now let's answer some of the questions that gets asked over and over and over and over again. I get so sick of it. How come they haven't got a camera? Because they're hacking the cameras. How much proof do you need? That's why. I can't get my attic, it's too hot. They're still in the air conditioning from the HVAC system, which is in the attic. This is free room and board. It's $2,000 a month. This is I believe a human trafficking operation, very profitable, and these corrupt police are involved, and that's all there is to it. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.